What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host, Donovan Quick. And with Jacob still out on vacation, I'll be taking care of the 5 things we learned from this past game. And we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So number 5, we already knew this, but Mike McDaniel is an offensive mastermind. Just every little thing he does, every motion, every cadence, just everything that he's done is incredible. And he knew the issues from last year to this year that he needed to fix. Offensive line went out and got Butch Berry. Offensive line looks fantastic. The play calls needed to get in faster, and that is one thing that they talked about, Tua specifically talked about in the press conferences. Like, it's not necessarily the play calls that are different, it's how fast they're getting the plays. So last year they were breaking huddle with like 9 seconds left. Now they're able to get out there, get a read on the defense, and it helps Tua so much more because he's able to process what the defense is going to be doing before the play actually starts, rather than just kind of hoping the play works. So yeah, Mike McDaniel, absolute mastermind with play design, play call. We already knew, like last year, it was his first time calling plays in the league. This year, it's his second year in it, and just absolutely masterful by him. Number 4, we don't need Jonathan Taylor. We don't. We are completely fine without him. I said it kind of in my instant takeaway last night, but I was like, okay, was I really just like, we just had 2 guys just absolutely trample the Broncos defense? Like, was I being a little enthusiastic, or am I actually thinking this through? And I'm like, no, I'm actually thinking this through. Like, Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs in the league, don't get me wrong. He doesn't have the speed of A-Chain, the speed of Mostert. He doesn't fit this offense necessarily as well as you know, some people may think. You know, he's a bruiser. He can catch. It's not his, you know, main thing that he does. He's not known for it. He has decent hands, but he's also not a speedster. He's not a guy that you run to the outside. And we saw a lot of outside runs, you know, A-Chain and Mostert just absolutely masterful. And Mostert is really good on the inside as well. And even then, we have Chris Brooks, who just ran over people at the end of the game. And who knows if Jeff Wilson comes back? That's a video for tomorrow. But yeah, we don't need Jonathan Taylor with the committee that we currently have. I don't necessarily think he fits this offense the way it is being ran. And I like the guys that we got. I do. We were making guys miss and running people over. Maybe that was the Broncos' shitty defense, but we did it against the Patriots as well. We didn't really run that much against the Chargers, but that's because we threw the ball like hell. Number 3, our defense will be fine. We gave up 13 points defensively. Obviously, the kickoff return for a touchdown, special teams issue. Hopefully they get that worked out, but I'm not a fan of Danny Crossman. But besides that, defense is going to be fine. We saw, I was clamoring for it last week. Eli Apple is ass. I want him on the bench, and I wanted Cam Smith to start over him. Turns out they moved Cater from the slot over to the boundary for this game, and they moved Bethel and Campbell kind of swapping in and out of that slot role. And Cam Smith, a healthy scratch. Not necessarily sure if I agree with it, but I'm going to stick with the coaches here. They put an absolutely great game plan together. Now, we did give up some plays that there was like, okay, there was this guy wide open, that guy wide open. At the end of the day, it was 13 points that we gave up. And we created, 3 or 4 turnovers? Three turnovers and then a turnover on downs. So 4 turnovers, 3 turnovers, however you want to count it. You know, Emmanuel Ogbo with that beautiful interception. Javon Holland, 2 forced fumbles. Cater with 1 fumble recovery. And Andrew Van Ginkel, once again, who would have guessed, with another fumble recovery. This defense is going to be fine. We still have Nick Needham coming back. Brandon Jones is working his way back still. He did get into the game at the end there, but you could see that his speed just isn't back yet. He's still working on that. So yeah, still got Nick Needham, still got Brandon Jones, and don't forget Jalen Ramsey also on his way back into to this team. That actually brings me to my number 2 point. We just got to trust our coaches. So as much as, I was like, okay, why is Cam Smith not playing? And before this game, I'm like, why is Eric Ezukama a healthy scratch over Cedric Wilson? And it's just the game-by-game script. Like, they planned on putting Cater more on the outside, and they needed more help on the inside, which Cam Smith is not an inside kind of guy. He's a boundary guy. So we had the depth there. Obviously, Vic Fangio does not trust Cam Smith completely yet, but to have him, out there on the boundary, I think they trust Eli Apple still a little bit more than they trust him. Elijah Campbell, Justin Bethel looked great on defense. We just got to trust them. We just got to trust these guys. Obviously, Mike McDaniel, I was also like, okay, why is Eric Ezukama? Why is he out? He was being utilized so well. And we saw it was just part of the game script. It's just the way it went. We rather had the over-the-top guys with Justin Simmons being out than having a guy that's going to kind of just work his way in the middle of the field, which is what Eric Ezukama is. Like, he's going to catch the ball and kind of try to run you over. He's a physical player. He's not that fast compared to all our other guys. And the last but not least, the number one thing that we learned in this game is that this team is ready for a Super Bowl, and it is ready right now. Like I just said, we just put together an absolute masterful performance with Jalen Waddle out, with Jalen Ramsey out. This team is something to be reckoned with. If you don't respect the things that the Dolphins have done offensively and defensively, let's not even discount the defense. Like I said it before, they gave up 13 points defensively. This is not a bad offense. It is not a bad offense. Russell Wilson still looked really good. Now, we made some mistakes on defense, and we made up for it with the turnovers. We made up for it there. And it just an absolute just masterclass by the coaches. And this team is ready for Super Bowl. There's no one in the league that's stopping this offense. I was listening to some podcasts, some radio, I work 2 hours away, so I have time when I'm on the road. And a lot of people were like, yeah, like you got to score at least 28 points to be competitive with the Dolphins. To be competitive with the Dolphins, we might be, I think there's only been like I think there's only been 5 teams since 2015 that have averaged over 30 points per game. And I think that we are going to be one of those teams very soon. We're averaging 45 a game, given a little inflated with this past one, but we scored 36 the first game, 24 the second game, and we just scored 70. So this team is ready for there's no one stopping this offense. It just is what it is. But then you have to go and you have to try to put up more than what defense in this league? Maybe the Browns, but can their offense keep up with our offense? That's maybe the Browns. I don't the 49ers, I don't know if their offense can keep up. Like, I love their offense, don't get me wrong. I don't know if they can keep up with our offense. Their defense may be able to slow us down, get us around like 25 to 28 points. I don't see their offense being able to go tick for tack with us. I don't. And that's probably the most competitive team in the league that compared to us. I literally have us up here, 1. Then here I have the 49ers. And then down here is everyone else. No, it's us and the 49ers. And we're about to watch a rematch of the 1984 Super Bowl with a different conclusion. Yes, I'm calling my shot. Dolphins, 49ers in Vegas. Dolphins take out the 49ers. Get revenge for my boy Dan Marino. I'm calling my shot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What did you learn about this game? Put it in the comments below. I'm going to see what kind of stuff I can make for y'all tomorrow. Really tight schedule, but I'm gonna try my best. Deuces, guys.